Everyone called Jack lazy, even he believed it, but one simple truth from a new teacher changed his entire life. And if you have ever felt stuck, distracted, or unable to start what you know you should do, then this story is exactly for you. Welcome to today's story, a lesson Jack never expected. Jack was an ordinary young boy who was tired of hearing advice. Everyone, his family, his teachers, even his neighbors kept telling him the same thing. Stop being lazy. Year after year, people tried to help him change. But nothing seemed to work, and Jack became known as the lazy boy. One day, Jack finally said to himself, I don't want this name anymore. I want to change. When his father, Mr. Albert, noticed Jack's new attitude, he was thrilled. Mr. Albert was a respected lawyer in town, and he always wanted Jack to achieve even more than he had. He changed Jack's schools, took him to motivational programs, and pushed him to study harder, but none of it helped. One evening, Jack said quietly, Father, I don't want to be lazy anymore. I want to change my name. Mr. Albert placed his hand on Jack's shoulder. That's my boy, you can do it. Whatever you need, your father is here. Jack felt two things at the same time, great happiness and deep fear. What if he failed again? What if he disappointed his father? For the next few days, Jack tried to do every task, but each time, something felt like it was stopping him. He would sit still, avoid the work, and watch time pass by. Again. He began to worry, remembering the promise he made. One morning, while Jack and his classmates waited in silence, a new teacher entered. Hello, students. I am Mr. Khan, your new English teacher. The class buzzed with whispers. Listen, he said gently. Before we begin, I want to know something from each of you. Tell me your name and then answer this question. Why do you learn? Why should we learn at all? One by one, students answered. To be wise, to get a good job, to know more. Finally, it was Jack's turn. He sat silently, nervous. Young boy, said Mr. Khan, what's your name? My name is Jack, he whispered. And why should we learn, Jack? Jack looked down. I don't know, he said sadly, waiting for the teacher to call him lazy. But instead, Mr. Khan smiled. Exactly, and that's one of the best answers. Many of us don't truly know why we learn. Jack's eyes widened. Someone finally understood him. When I was your age, Mr. Khan continued, I also wondered why should I study these boring things. The students leaned forward. They felt he was speaking to their hearts. Let me tell you something, he said. All of your answers might be correct, but here is the real, general reason. School is a place to know yourself. Every task you do or avoid shows you who you are and who you might become. The class fell silent. For the first time, learning felt meaningful. One day after class, Jack approached Mr. Khan. Sir, I want to stop being lazy. I want to change, but I can't. Why do you think you are lazy? Asked Mr. Khan. Because I can't do any task I'm given. I always struggle to study. Time passes and I do nothing. Everyone knows this. Mr. Khan shook his head gently. I don't think that's laziness. Let me ask you, what do you feel when a homework is announced or when you think about how to start it? Jack answered quickly with surprising energy. I feel excited, especially when the task is difficult. I feel like I can do something great. But when the day of submission comes, I realize I didn't do anything. And this happens every time. Mr. Khan smiled. He finally understood. Jack, this is not laziness. It's fear. Your mind is telling you, I don't know how to do this the way you expect. So, Before you even start, you avoid the task. Jack listened carefully. You expect perfect results, the teacher continued. And because you fear making mistakes, you end up doing nothing. But doing nothing is worse than doing something average. Jack's eyes widened. He remembered something. Yeah, Jack said. I remember now. Sometimes I draw, and one day I wanted to create a beautiful picture. I prepared everything. But at first I couldn't start because I worried it wouldn't turn out as beautiful as I imagined. Finally, I decided to just start and redraw it if it didn't look right. But when I finished, the picture was beautiful and I didn't need to redraw it after all. Exactly, said Mr. Khan. So what should I do? Jack asked. From now on, said the teacher, tell yourself this. I do not have to do things perfectly, I just have to do them. Make your plans small and clear. Don't say, I will study English. Say, I will read one page from chapter 1 and do the first exercise. This gives your mind clarity. And when your mind is clear, you don't overthink, you simply act. At that moment, Jack felt as if a heavy stone had been lifted from him. From that day, he began doing things step by step, not perfectly, but consistently. And slowly, the boy once known for laziness became one of the most respected, hard-working students in class. The lesson of the story. What we often call laziness is not really laziness. Many people think that avoiding a task means a person is not interested or not motivated. But the truth is simpler. Most laziness comes from not knowing how to start. When we don't know what the first step is, our mind becomes confused, and confusion naturally makes us avoid the task. It's not our body refusing to work, it's our mind quietly saying, I don't know where to begin. But instead of noticing this message, we only see the avoidance and assume something is wrong with us. This misunderstanding can hide the real problem, just like in Jack's case. The word lazy misleads us and blocks us from seeing the root cause. From my experience as a teacher, I have watched many students struggle with this. Surprisingly, the problem appears even more in students who expect a lot from themselves. They want to be perfect, so they hesitate, and hesitation slowly turns into inaction. But great results never start with perfection. They come from taking small steps, producing average work at first, and improving with every attempt. So remember, laziness is often just confusion. Clarity creates action, and action creates growth. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Hawa's Tales. I love to hear your thoughts and the lesson you took away from it. See you in the next story, where another lesson about life, learning, and growth awaits. Thank you.